everybody. I'm Melissa, and welcome back to Book Bar, and welcome to another round of TBR Uno. This month will be for the month of March, which is Realmathon month, and I love Realmathon. It is one of my favorite readathons to participate in. I am on Team Stingers, so I get bonus points for reading books that have an urban setting, which is any urban setting book gets bonus points from any team. And then my team specifically is an author you've read from before and your next book, boyfriend, girlfriend, love interest, whatever. And most books that I read, I have high hopes of them being my next love interest, my next fictional love interest, and I can definitely I will be trying to prioritize authors that I've read from before. So that's good. I am filming this. It is only the 20th, so I do still have quite a few days left in the month before I finish. So I haven't finished every book, but I did finish the 2 books that I had left over in January. LGBTQIA+, I read The Moon and His Tides, and then Digging Up Love, Black Love, I read Digging Up Love by Chandra Blumberg. So now on to what I had for February. A favorite author, I read The Front Runner by Elsie. That one is complete. Mom pick, she chose Taming 7 by Chloe Walsh. I read that. Comic, graphic novel, or manga, I read I'll Never Be Your Crown Princess. I reread Heartless. Sports in season, I have not completed yet. I still plan on reading Come Back. I just have kind of hit burnout, and I have not been even wanting to pick up a book. So that's happening. A book signing author, I still have not read Mercy. And then author or characters not from the US, UK, or Canada. And I still have to read Immortal Rogue. So I still have those, but I still do have 8 days left in the month. And I could at least pick up 2 of those on audio, which will help significantly, especially because I have been really struggling to read with my eyeballs lately. So yeah, so we're just gonna go ahead and get on into the shuffling of the cards and the picking. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the first one we have is random genre spinner. Okay, I have a spinner wheel on my phone that has genres. I will do that, post it right here. Obviously I'm filming on my phone, so I can't post what it is right now. So once I'll do it, post it here, and then, I'll post it I'll do it when I talk about it. Don't ignore me. Fantasy, okay. And that is, it's supposed to be a fantasy, not a fantasy romance, so we'll see. I do have an idea of what I want to read. Black or white cover, okay. Okay. Colors of favorite sports team in season. So right now we are in hockey season and basketball season. Baseball season's starting, but not really. They're in spring training, so we're not counting that. So it's either got to be blue and yellow, or have blue and yellow on the cover, or like a teal and an orange. So I feel like that's gonna be really tough to do. And I only have to have one color. So like a blue, a yellow, a teal, or an orange cover. Has to be, because those are the teams that are in season. Matches outfit, okay. Well, I'm wearing a reading sweatshirt from Battle-a-thon, but it is also like a maroon color, so I could do that. I'm in very cozy vibes right now. I'm in sweatpants, a comfy sweater. So I could do something like that, like a cozy vibe, cozy read, like something I know is just gonna bring me good vibes. Or I could do something with like a maroon cover, or a book about books or something. Or a book about dragons, I could even do, because this does have a dragon on it, so potentially. A skip, okay, ooh. I think I know what I use my skip on. And then anticipated, so, okay, I'll be back. Okay, I am back with some choices, options, and I am stretching some things a little bit, because, and I'll explain when I get there. So, first off, I did my random genre spinner, and you will see that I marked out like KU and like a couple other things that I have on there, because I usually kind of just use that when I'm like, I can't decide what I want to read, so I'll use the genre spinner. So I marked out KU and like my 12 from 12, 25, because those aren't technically genres, those are just things that like to find me books when I need it. So I ended up getting Small Town, And for that, I'm going to be going with A False Start by Elsie Silver. This is the final book in the Gold Rush Ranch series. Griffin could become my next book boyfriend. I think that's the hero's name. Pretty sure. It is an urban setting. I know it's a small town, but it's still a city. So urban setting, and it's an author I've read from before. So that is that one. Now, fantasy. I know I said I was only going to do, this was going to be strictly fantasies, but I decided to kind of switch it up because I do have a fantasy, but I'm using it for a different prompt. So I am going to go with the fantasy romance. And of course I chose one from an author I haven't read from before, but I've only heard good things. A bunch of hosts have given this 5 stars, and that is House of Bane and Blood by Alexis and Menard. This is a Cassidy fave. This is a book that like a lot of the co-hosts have given 5 stars. So I know Bree and Mel, I think both gave it 5 stars. So it is definitely a very highly rated book and one I want to get to. And I have this gorgeous, stunning edition that I got at a Half Price Books. So yeah. So I know I had said fantasy was supposed to be fantasy romance, but this also honestly fits as a black cover, but I'm going with fantasy for this because I am using fantasy for a different prompt. Because I decided not to use my skip. So for black or white cover, I'm going to be going with Bourbon and Secrets by Victoria Wilder. I really want to get to this book. I really want to read it. It's an author I've read from before. It's an author, like I know Jen from the Book Refuge has given it 5 stars, so that's bonus prompts. Potentially book boyfriend or book girlfriend. I mean, who knows? Just that cover has like immaculate vibes. There's 2 people on the cover. Like it hits all sorts of bonus prompts. So there's that. Colors of favorite team in season. This actually is perfect. It has teal spine and then there's orange on the cover. So this covers the sharks so well. This is Kids Will Treason without tea. This is a cozy like fantasy romance. Fantasy with like a little bit of romance to it. I think it's a sapphic romance. So it'll be fun to read. And it might be like a good one to read because I am moving in March. So it might be a good one to read like while I'm moving, while I'm driving, just to kind of keep my mind off of all the craziness that is happening. So that is one. But yeah, it matches like perfectly because it's got the teal spine and then the orange. Like I was going to use this one for fantasy, and then I was like, no, this matches because I don't really want to use a skip. So I know obviously this is not an author I've read from before, but there are 2 people on the cover. Potentially could have a love interest in it for me. I don't know. I mean, I don't. And then for matches my outfit, I went with the cozy vibes. I know this is not in season. This is Pumpkin Spice Cafe. But I do want to read all of the books in the series before the new one comes out because I own them all. So I need to get to them. And I love the foiling on these. So I have them all. So I want to read this one. I do really want to get to it. And I've had it sitting on my shelves. And I don't know. Come October, like I don't really want to read. I don't know. I end up like not wanting to pick books like this up. I'm weird. So sometimes it's fun to read like an out of season book. So I'm going to go with this one. And then for anticipated, obviously I have to go with Wild Side by Elsie Silver. It is my most anticipated book of March. It is my, after Unloved, it was my most anticipated book, and I've already read Unloved, so it's my newest, most anticipated release of the year. So I just want to get to it, and so obviously it'll be on, I will probably pick it up when it comes out. So yeah, that is my TBR. I am really excited about it. It's going to be a great month. But yeah, like definitely solid choices. Like not bad. I do have audiobooks for most of these. And obviously, like I said, I will be moving. So there's that will be happening, and it's Realmathon. So yeah. But yeah, these do hit like all sorts of prompts and give me tons of bonus points. So can't go wrong with that. If you don't know what Realmathon is, I will have Cassidy's video. I'll try to have it linked below. I always forget to do stuff like that, but you should probably know who Cassidy is. I talk about it all the time. So yeah, if you made it to the end of this video, I also did not use my skip. So I'm gonna hold on to it, obviously, because if I do end up like as I'm reading throughout the month, if I decide like I don't want to pick one of these up, I'll just use my skip then. If not, I will, once I draw April's picks, if I end up not using it then, I will put it back in the pile for May. So yeah, that is that. And if you made it to the end of this video, leave me a horse emoji for Golders Ranch, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. It really helps me out. I'll talk to you all in the next one. Bye.